Hey, I'm Nolan with MUSKOX. In this video, I'm going to be going through all the stuff that you're going to need to install for the max attach to work, including, some electronic stuff here. Start off on this side, go through, you have a big magnet that's going to be used for this plug. And then you have these smaller magnets that are going to be for if you don't have any hoses to follow with your wiring harness, you can stick to the arm of your machine to zip tie the wire harness to. Have these 3M Velcros, so these are going to be used to attach your main remote inside the cab. Then obviously we got our zip ties here, have plenty of them for you so you can install stuff back in the engine compartment securely, along with the electronics going up to the front. Here's your main control box. It has reprogramming instructions on one side, then has service over here, has a QR code you can scan to take you to videos or a number. And then it just points out where the reprogramming button is on the side here. This is going to be your wire harness. Has the main plug that hooks up to the actuator. Your leads that'll go back connected to the battery. And then also, let's see here, got the plug that'll plug into your control box. Here's a backup remote along with the main remote like I already mentioned, but the backup one that'll be stuck back by the control box as a backup. So if you lose this one or if the battery dies, you'll have this. And then here, we're just going to be using this little lawnmower battery to kind of demonstrate out of the machine the hookup process. It's pretty simple, but you'll be able to get a better view out here with that. So here I'm going to go through kind of the simple process of setting it up. I'm going to hook up my ground wire first. It's always kind of a safe rule of thumb to do that, so you're not grounding out on anything with the positive wire already hooked up. I'm just going to hand tighten this. I don't think we need to get too extreme. Grab my other one here. Hook that up. There we go. And this is actually, forgot to point out, the inline fuse. So if it ever for some reason stops getting power, that's just inside here. You have just a little 20 amp fuse. Cover that back up. And here, all I'm gonna do is just plug this 4-pin plug into the box. Now that's hooked up. All I'm gonna do with this, just go over the top here, hook that up to the actuator. Now that that's done, should be able to see here, when I click any buttons, it lights up. And you can see here our actuator moving. I'll fully disengage and engage. Sounds like I need to grease my pin over on this side a little bit, but that's the simple setup of that. We'll kind of go through a more detailed version on the machine, but we'll show you kind of how that all runs. So just as a reminder, if you are running a hydraulic attachment with your max attach, that the max attach kicks it out about 6 inches in front of you further than what it normally would be. So you'll want to make sure that you have extension hoses. All these are is where you unscrew your coupler off, you screw these back on and then put your coupler back on this end. You want to make sure that you have the couplers on the same hoses. We have these in a 12-inch, 18-inch, or 24-inch size, so if you need different lengths, just let us know and we can make that happen for you. Here I'm going to be going through the general hookup and routing of your electronics for your max attach on a skid steer. Generally, they're all about the same. You'll have the battery either on the right or left-hand side. Nice part with in a skid steers, they usually have some pretty good routing options through the engine compartment. So here, what you do is this one has a nice big flat surface that's metal. So you're going to stick the box to that. If you don't have that available, that good real estate like that, you can just cable tie it right to your cables coming off the battery. And here, you're going to have your end of the cable that has your battery leads on it and the fuse. And that's going to just go up. You hook it right to your nuts on the battery clamps there. So that would just tuck right behind there. Kind of straightforward that way. So now I'm just gonna lay this up in here, get that out of the way. And then the nice part is on this, it has a nice cutout down underneath in the box there. So there, show you, be able to come down through here, through that hole. I'll grab it off the back side so you can see. Now I have this pulled through. Now, generally, if you have hydraulic quick attach on your skid steer, you can follow those lines from the back here up to the front. Can't see them around this corner, it's pretty tight in there. You can see up over the top of this arm right there. Those are gonna be the lines that you're gonna wanna follow. That, you know, you just stick your cable up through following that, and then you just follow down. They come down inside this arm. There's hard lines here. You're just gonna want to cable tie every 6 inches to 1 foot down that, just making sure that there's not slack, something that can get ripped off. And you'll see you come around the front side here. These hard lines, they turn down and they come under the arm right there. So you're gonna follow down under there. And then they turn into soft lines right about here. And then go up to your cylinders for the quick attach pins here. So you follow those down. And then now on this one, sometimes you'll have openings up top that you can fish your harness through. On this one, it doesn't. It's pretty well boxed in. So all I'd have you do is just take some magnets that we sent with, stick those up the back side here, cable tie your harness to that. And then you have your big main magnet with the plug somewhere generally up on this surface. You're gonna want it on a spot that you're not stepping. So on this ASV, the door opens left to right. So a guy's gonna be stepping here. So generally you wouldn't wanna be putting it here. Somewhere over on this side would be better so you're not damaging that. So that is how you'd wanna route your harness for your max attach.